Let's do this. I'm gonna start with this. My face could definitely use it right now. I'm just gonna go straight in with my fingers. In the class that I took with Katie Jane Hughes, she said to use 1 drop. So I have 1 drop here. And oh, that smells really pretty. I'm gonna only apply it where I really think wait a minute. It's all in between my fingers. Where I really think I need it, which is definite. I'm actually peeling right here. I really don't like that, Rory. It just makes my skin peel. I might apply, wow, this really does go a long way. I'm gonna apply some here, even though I have an oily T-zone, because this is where it gets weird. I'm not applying any to my forehead. This is crazy cool. I'm not happy with this right here, but that's just my skin. I'm trying to rub it off. Can you tell? Okay, so I ended up applying 2 drops, and I, as you saw, was rubbing my face pretty hard. I did get most of the flaking off, so afterwards I applied a little bit more. And I think I'm gonna mix it in with the foundation. Right here. Hopefully. Oh, that should be more than enough. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think I have too much. Oh well. It's my first time using this, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a drop, which is probably gonna be too much. So for those of us on Tretinoin who have the hardest time finding foundations that actually work, fingers crossed, which is what my Becca generally does, and my It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, but that's actually gone now. So I'm just gonna apply this right along the ridge, since it's so pink, or peach, not pink. And this is a very emollient foundation. Brain fart. I'm gonna actually use this new little one. I got this one from Shop Missy. Oh, I have way too much on. Holy cow, her stuff really does go a long way. Okay, I'm seriously impressed. That actually blended out really nice. And I did that all with this little sponge right here. And I brought it all the way down my nose, the sides of my nose, my nasolabial folds onto my nose. And now I'm just gonna take this and just very lightly blend it. That's impressive. Okay, so now I'm gonna go and take this, and actually I'm just gonna paddle it right on my face. Why not? Yeah, I'm definitely buying this in the N01 because that appears to be my color. Wow, you really need a little bit. Oh my God. Maybe I do need a little bit of the N03. I think I do. Holy cow, that's really, really white. Well, let's see if I blend it out. Oh, my skin is not playing nice with anything. God damn it. I'm gonna add a little bit more oil and a tiny bit of O3. Okay, that almost turned into a tragedy because I definitely put too much on my palette, and I'm kind of bummed because that's a waste. I used so little of this and I ended up with all this coverage, but my skin is a disaster right now. And I think it's because, again, Dramatica does not do what this is doing to me. this right here, this brand of Tretinoin is horrid. Dramatica never did this to me. I have got like the worst case of peeling right here, all through here, all over my nose. I mean, just in areas that I don't get with this. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know, is it the 2.5% niacinamide? Because I don't think niacinamide is supposed to be doing that. So this right now looks pretty crappy because of my skin peeling like I've been sunburned. Well, maybe not that bad, but pretty bad. It's really gross right here, which is really weird. It's just right here. And I can't get this foundation to look good there. It looks perfect here. It looks like crap right here. So, do I recommend this for Tretinoin skin? I'm going to say yes, because this is definitely user error. I should have only used very little with a lot more oil, and maybe even moisturizer. Let me try that. Watch me make it worse. This is Vanity Cream. I'm gonna take a little tiny swipe, which is probably too much. Okay, that's not looking good. No, my skin is just, it looks like it's shedding. Wow, this is crazy. Okay, that actually helped a little bit. So what I would suggest is, if you're like me and you're a first timer with Danessa Myricks, with Tretinoin skin or dry skin, nothing's gonna help this right here. I mean, it literally looks like I'm molting. And I don't want to do any more makeup because I don't think I'm going to do this any justice with my skin doing what it's doing. So know that you definitely want to use the oil. The oil is definitely key. And then even after you apply the oil to your face, I'm going to say for Tretinoin, if you're as bad as I am, first of all, don't even try if you're as bad as I am right now. Secondly, if you're not as bad as I am right now, but your skin does have a little bit of tiny, like the typical little bit of flaking, I'm going to suggest that you put 2 drops of oil on if you're really dry. Avoid the T-zone if you're oily. And then take just one little swipe on your finger with a pump of moisturizer and turn it into a tinted moisturizer, because I think that's going to be the best way. When you first apply it, it's going to look really milky and kind of like, whoa! Just take a wet sponge and then it looks okay. See? And if I want to go in now and just do a tiny bit more, I think that's going to look good. Yeah, that's going to look good. But there's nothing right now that's going to fix this side, because this side is just, it's molting. I can't wait to finish this and then get more Dramatica. Because yeah, I'm not impressed with Rory. And I'm definitely not impressed with Curology, but you guys know how I feel about Curology, so. Okay, so I have heard a lot of people say, you know, like in reviews, oh my God, it's so thick, it's so dry, it's just, you know, too pasty. It's concentrated. It's definitely concentrated. And this is definitely a foundation where less is more. And you really want to find your, I'm going to say base, or your emollient to thin it out. So I think that's one of the reasons why she has her oil, which, holy cow, and goddamn does it smell good. It's definitely an oil that's making that scent. And then of course from there, you know, if you still find, like I did today, that it wasn't enough to reduce it and thin it out, go ahead and add a moisturizer, one of your favorite moisturizers. I find Vanity Cream and the CeraVe PM Only work really well with foundations when it comes to creating your own like tinted moisturizer. So I would definitely give that a shot, because doing what I just did, it looks really nice. And again, I can't count the areas that have been tortured by Rory. I don't know what the hell they do to their tretinoin. Holy cow. But yeah, this is a disaster that has nothing to do with the foundation. And this is a disaster that no foundation can hide. So this would sort of be one of those no foundation days, no tinted moisturizer days. I mean, this is just bad. But it's not doing a bad job at hiding the rest. I mean, shit. That's and look at how much I have left. I took 2 little or 3 little doe foot swipes and then 1 little spatula. That was way too much. All I needed was 1 doe foot, maybe 2, and then maybe 2 drops of oil and a tiny little pump of moisturizer, and I would have been good. So I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to come back on a day when my skin isn't doing this. I mean, look at that coverage. And I think I can get away with just the N01, I think, because it's not bad. And I usually get right around here anyway, so not bad. Let me know what you guys think. Not bad for trying to mitigate a disaster. And again, my skin, not Danessa, because this is pretty badass. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. So remember, always add some sort of a moisturizer, whether it's oil, whether it's lotion, whatever it may be, you know, a moisturizing cream, anything like that, and it will help, trust me. See you guys. Okay, I just sprayed my face and this sponge with the Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. And I did it because I was noticing some really heavy creasing around the eyes. And I initially just sprayed my face, which wasn't enough. But then I followed up with this because I had heard somewhere that this is really what you want to do with your eyes. And in my opinion, you don't just want to do that, but you really want to make sure it's dry right away. So even though my skin is not at its best right now because of what I'm going to call crappy tretinoin, or a crappy tretinoin compound from Rory, I was actually able to decrease dryness here, the peeling, again, nothing I can do about that, and stop creasing, which I think is really, really great. And I had really a lot of creasing right down here. And not only that, that setting spray really made this glow. I mean, look at that. It just kicked it up. So for all of you with dry skin, tretinoin skin, and or want glowy skin, Danessa Myricks definitely works. Shear it out, shear it out, shear it out, thin it out, make it really moisturized, whether it's with oil or your own lotion or cream. And I would use something very base, something like CeraVe, Vanny Cream, or like I said, this one right here, the CeraVe PM. I think these two play the nicest with foundations when it comes to mixing. So that's what I would do. She does provide, I shouldn't say she provides, she sells her oil, which does work. But when it comes to making something a little thinner, when you don't want it so heavy, because this is very thick and very concentrated, I think that's the best way to work it, which is kind of what I've seen Katie Jane Hughes do. So I'm impressed. Even for the way that my skin is right now, I'm highly impressed that I was able to get it to look this good with my skin being crap. All right, guys. Yeah, that. See you guys. Bye.